అక్కడ we have been discussing the forces exerted by a flowing fluid on a bend pipe. See, the force balance has been shown. What are the forces taken? On the bend, the forces taken are pressure force or force due to pressure and the force exerted by the fluid on the bend and the net force acting in the x direction is equated to rate of change of momentum in the x direction. See, the force due to pressure at entry point is P1A1 and at the exit point, that is section 2, it is the force is P2A2 and resolved in the x direction is cos theta, P2A2 cos theta, but it is acting in the negative x direction, therefore minus P2A2 cos theta and minus Fx, which is force exerted by the bend on the fluid, is equal to rate of change of momentum, which is m dot into change in velocity. M dot mass flow rate is density multiplied by discharge into the change of velocity. Final velocity in the x direction minus initial velocity in the x direction. So V2 cos theta is leaving velocity minus V1. So here you have to understand why V2 cos theta minus V1 is written. It is a relative velocity. Though both are in the same direction, the relative velocity has to be taken. In that way, we found out Fx is equal to rho Q into V1 minus V2 cos theta plus P1 A1 minus P2 A2 cos theta. So every time you have to draw the figure and write the force balance better. But in the textbook, what they did, they have taken the formula directly, but it's not good. It's not good, and it sometimes may lead to some errors because you may forget or otherwise. So momentum equation, the y direction is sigma Fi is equal to d by dt of in the y direction. Sigma Fi or the net force acting in the y direction is equal to P2A2 sine theta acting in the downward direction. So a negative sign minus Fi, the force exerted by the bend on the fluid. See, the forces exerted on by the fluid on the bend are taken both in the positive x and positive y direction respectively. And the reverse is the force exerted by the bend on the fluid. So therefore, we have taken like this, but it is up to you, and it is all mathematics that play a role in writing the equation. That means the equations which we write, which we have been looking at in this slide, are not unique. You can, in other way, you can write these equations in other way also. So, however, Fi is equal to, we got rho q into minus v2 sine theta minus p2 sine theta. And the net resultant force acting on the bend is equal to square root fx square plus fy square. And the angle made by the resultant force with the horizontal is given by tan theta F5 by Fx. All these are learned in the preliminary classes. Okay, you see, look at the problem. A 45 degrees reducing bend is connected to a pipeline. So let's see, that means the change of direction of the fluid is taking place. A bend is a 45 degrees reducing bend is connected in a pipe to change the direction of flow. In that way, reading a problem is an art. Understanding a problem is an art. So here, the diameter at inlet and outlet of the bend given. The force is exerted by water on the bend. You are required to find, and the intensity of pressures at inlet to the bend and at the outlet of the because the bend is it uniform in diameter? Is the bend uniform in diameter? See, the idea of exchanging problems or discussing problems is to understand what is given in the problem first of all, and then understand how to start the problem. Okay. See, many of you are entering into the class by taking a pause after first hour. I don't know why you are doing like this. Okay. The rate of flow of water is given 600 liters per second. And now you are required to find, see, the pressure at the outlet of the bend is not given. The pressure at the outlet of the bend is not. You'll find pressure at the outlet of the bend by Bernoulli's equation. See, P1 by rho g plus U1 square by 2 plus Z1 equal to V2 by rho g plus V2 square by 2g plus Z. Here, a doubt should arise and See, this is the bend. See, the given information is written. The angle of the bend, the bend is 45 degrees reducing bend. That means the flow direction is reduced by 45 degrees. And the diameter at inlet and the outlet given. So the areas can be found. Pressure at inlet given and the discharge given. So if discharge given, you can find, you can write the continuity equation as Q equal to A1 and is equal to A2, which is the continuity equation. But the discharge is given in liters per second. All the times, every time, I is suggesting to convert the given units into SI system of units, which will help you find the required answers, required things in a proper SI units. And because here 600 liters per second, you have to convert this into meter cube per second. So multiply by 10 power minus 3 meter cube per second. And that 0.6, which is 0.6 meter cube per second, that is the discharge. And equate that to A1 V1 and find V1. And equate that to A2 find V. And now here Z1 equal to Z2 written, but in the figure it is shown different. One of you tell me why Z1 equal to Z2. In the Bernoulli's equation, it is written Z1 equal to Z2, where section 1 is taken at inlet of the bed and section 2 is taken at the outlet of the bed. And in the Bernoulli's equation, which is applied here, which is an incompressible ideal Bernoulli's equation is taken. Z1 equal to Z2 written. Why is it written so? And this is used for every problem, any problem of bent pipe. What is the reason? Is there difference of levels between 1 and 2 data mate? See, you are too inert to respond. I don't know why. Actually, you have to raise questions at this point. Why Z1 equal to Z2 is written when there is some difference in levels is seen in the figure. You have to raise the questions. Now I am asking you instead why Z1 is equated to Z2. Hello, diploma people, respond. Okay. What is P1 by rho g and what is V1 square by 2g and what is Z1 individually? What are these three terms called? How are these three terms called? What is P1 by rho g?
Pressure head, sir.
Pressure head. V1 square by 2.
Velocity head.
Right. Z1?
Potential head.
Potential head or datum. Now what I am asking you here is, there is a bent pipe shown and it is given. And section 1 is taken at the inlet of the bend and section 2 is taken at the outlet of the bend. and y is z1 equal to z2 written. Is it correct or if something else? What do you mean by if the equation z1 equal to z2? The equation z1 equal to z2 means the datum head of section 1 and section 2 are equal. Datum heads are equal. Is it shown in the same way in the figure?
No, sir.
Then y is z1 equal to z2 written.
Maybe because of bent in the pipe.
Because of
Bent in the pipe.
bent in the pipe, but there is a level difference between 1 and 2 shown. But y is z1 equal to z2 written.
The datum line is taken in such a way that Z1 and Z2 are equal in nature,
Equal in?
heights and nature.
No, it is not the answer. Here, the pipe is assumed to be in the horizontal plane, but you cannot show in the on paper like this. A horizontal, that means the pipe is running on a ground, for example, and at somewhere it is bent by 45 degrees, or the flow direction is changed to 45 degrees. So there, the pipeline is running on, say, for example, on the ground. So there, every point in the pipe, central point, every central point in the pipe is at that same datum. So in that way, you have to understand that the pipeline is in the horizontal plane, not. But in the figure, either 3-dimensional or like this 2-dimensional has to be shown, and therefore in the figure will not convey z1 equal to z2 directly, but here it is the pipeline is to be is taken in the horizontal plane. That means you have to assume that the pipeline runs on the ground. The pipeline runs on the ground, and somewhere the pipeline is the direction of the pipeline is changed, or flow direction is changed by 45 degrees. So 45 with 45 degrees reducing point. So in that way, Z1 equal to Z2 written. Now substituting the given numericals for P1, inlet pressure, pressure at inlet to the bed, and velocity C1 V2. We can find P2 by rho g or P2. You can find P2 because P2 is required in finding force force exerted by the fluid on the bend or the bend on the fluid. Okay. Now Fx, the force exerted on the bend in x and y directions are given by Fx is equal to. Now what I told you is you better write the formula by taking 2 sections and from the first principles as usual. That means P1 U1 A1 minus P2 A2 cos theta plus Fx or minus Fx, what to depending on the way you write, you call. If you write plus Fx, you have to call that it is force exerted by the fluid on the bend is equal to the rate of change of momentum, which is rho q into V2 cos theta and minus V1. So here V2 cos theta is in the positive x direction and V1 is in the positive x direction. But why we are writing V2 cos theta minus V1. In the earlier slide, we have shown. See what I am telling you is instead of writing the equation directly as it is given in the books here, you prefer writing the equation by force balance and equating net force in the x direction to the net change of momentum in the x direction, and similarly equating the net force in the y direction is equal to the net change of momentum in the y direction, like that. So in that way, you can have fx is equal to rho q into v1 minus v2 cos theta plus p1 a1 minus p2 a2 cos theta. And this equation may for somebody this equation may have been a different equation. That means somebody may write plus fx, some other person may write minus fx. Depending on that, the equation, the arrangement of the terms in the equation depends. And okay, however, after finding fx, you will get some numerical value. Similarly, f5, finding f5. Again, from first principles, you write p1 a1, for example, resolved in the y direction, it is 0 minus p2 a2 sine theta. It is acting in the downward direction, minus f5 r plus f5, in what way you take, is equal to rho q into v2 sine theta, which is flowing and in the upward direction, minus b1 cos 90 or 0. So that is the relative velocity, v2 sine theta minus 0. In that way, we, however, get here simplified an equation has been written rho q into minus v2 sine theta minus v2 a2 sine. He got some value, and resultant force you will find by root over sigma root over fx square plus fy square, and the direction of acting of this resultant force or angle made by this resultant force on the bed is given by tan theta equal to f5 by fx, and that angle can be found. And tell me what is the essence of what I told. See, writing fx and fy equation, what I am telling is not to write the equation as written in the textbook, as written in the problem solution, as it is. And instead, what I am asking you is to write the force balance equation every time whenever a bend pipe problem is given, so that it will caution you, it will make you thorough with every force term like that. So that is what I am asking. I don't reproduce the equations as given in the problem solution in the textbooks or wherever they are in the material, wherever they are. You are required to write these equations from force balance by looking at the figure. Looking at the figure, you can write. And the next problem is a very important problem, and it has been given in the examinations several times. See here, 250 liters per second of water flowing. You see, to draw the pipeline, a bend, the problem statement is very important. How to draw the figure, how to draw the bent pipe. It is all dependent on uh, how you uh, look at the statement or how you read the statement of the problem. For example, I ask you why the bent pipe is drawn like this. See here, what is given? Some amount of water is flowing in a pipe having a diameter given. If the pipe is bent by 135 degrees, find the magnitude and direction of resultant force on the bed. The pressure of flowing water is 39.24 Newton per centimeter square. Here, the water is flowing in a pipe having a diameter of 300 mm. So that means a pipe is given a pipe of diameter 300 mm. So here the pipeline is maintaining uniform diameter, whereas in the earlier problem the pipeline is not uniform in diameter. At the inlet, some diameter; at the outlet, some other diameter. Whereas here, the first point to note down is the pipeline is of same diameter at inlet and outlet. And the second point is the pipe is bent by 135 degrees. It is bent by 135 degrees means the pipeline, if you imagine a flexible pipeline, a long pipeline, and if you want to bend the pipe by 135 degrees, from its initial position, the pipeline, you gradually bend the pipeline by 135 degrees. That means from the horizontal, you gradually bend the pipe by 135 degrees. In that way, and it is making 135 in the right direction and 45 degrees in the left direction, like that. So here, the mathematical flexibility will now arise. You can, why this is important is because of the thing that how you write mathematical equations. Either you can use 135 degrees or 45 degrees, whichever is convenient to you, and show the here because the diameters are same at inlet and outlet, and some discharge is given. The areas at inlet and outlet will be the same. And because areas are same, according to continuity equation, if some discharge is given Q by A1 will give velocity at inlet and Q by A2 will give you velocity at outlet. That means here, because the areas are also the same because of same diameters at inlet and outlet, the velocities V1, V2 would remain same. And because the velocities are same, of course you can find velocity discharge by area. And the discharge, I ask you every time you convert it into meter cube per second. See, in every problem here in this textbook, 250 some liters per second discharge is there. So that liters per second you convert into meter cube per second. And of course, after converting it into meter cube per second, divide by area, you will get velocity at inlet and outlet. And now velocities are found V1 equal to V2. And only one pressure is there. What about pressure P2? Here, pressure P2 will also be the same because by again applying continuity equation, P1 by rho G plus V1 square by 2 plus Z1 equal to P2 by rho G plus V2 square by 2 plus Z. Because V1 equal to V2, you can cancel V1 square by 2 Z and V2 square by 2. And I told you, every time you have to assume that the bend pipe is in the horizontal plane. It is running on the ground like that. So Z1 equal Z. That means P1 by rho G equal to P2 by rho G, or that P1 equal to P2. So once P1 is found by given, once P1 is given, P2 will also be the same. Here 39.24 Newton per centimeter square. So you multiply by 10 power 4 and it will be converted into Newton per meter square. And that is the value of P2 also. Now tell me how did you get P1 value the same as P2 value? Quick, don't waste time.
From Bernoulli's equation, sir, the
Very
pipe
good.
is assumed to be horizontal, so that potential has to get cancelled,
Very good.
and the velocities given are also equal. So
Very good.
velocity had also get cancelled, and rho G in the denominator will also get cancelled, so that we can get P1 equal to B2.
All right. Very good. Very good. So here the uh, the points which I want are told by you. Z1 equal to Z2 because the pipeline is in the is to be achieved in the horizontal plane or running on the ground, and also because the diameter set inlet and outlet are same. Therefore, A1 equal to 8. Because A1 equal to 8, B1 equal to by using continuity equation, 2 by A1 is B1 and 2 by A2 is B2. Because A1 equal to 8, B1 equal to B2. So using that, you will get P1 equal to B2. So all these things will not be given in the problem. And we are to write these equations, fundamental equations, every time. That's why I'm asking you, write the Bernoulli's equation every time, write the force balance equation every time. Here, for example, the force balance equation is again written, okay, it is given in a some generalized manner. You can get this in a generalized manner also. For example, resolving the net force acting in the x direction is P1 in the x direction into A1. That is one term. And because for this particular problem, P2, when resolved P2 in the x direction into A2, whether it is plus or minus, it does not matter. Here, it is used plus P2. Why? Because after substituting the actual value of P2 in the x direction, the whether it is positive or negative, it will be uh, substituted in the problem. And for example, here the angle is for example P2 in the x direction is I can tell you P2A2 multiplied by cos 45. So that is in the same x direction. Or you can, in other way, you can write this P2 in the x direction into A2 like this also. P2 x P2 A2 cos 135. And a negative sign has to be used then. If you write cos 135, we have to write P1 in the x direction A1 minus P2 in the x direction A2. There P2 A2 P2 in the x direction A2 has to be written minus P2 A2 cos 135. Like that, depending on how you use angles, how you write your mathematics, the equation depends. So in that way, these are the forces are written and equated to the rate of change of momentum, which is m dot into v1 in the x direction minus v2 in the x direction, where when you write like this, or you can write like this, because some fluid is leaving the pipe, you can write like this, rho q into v2 in the x direction minus v1 in the x direction. So there, v2 in the x direction is, it has to be written like this, v2 cos 135, which is leaving in the positive x direction, like that. And v1 is v1, that is v. So in that way, the equation which has been given in the problem, problem is not unique. You can write in any way. See that's how P2 in the x direction is written, which is P2 cos 45 degrees. Because it is acting, if it is resolved in that way, it will be acting in the positive x direction. Therefore, a positive sign came for P2x, and ultimately it is substituted in fx, and you will get the value. However, similarly, fy. See here, see what I am telling you is similarly, to find fy, the net force acting in the y direction. For example, I want to resolve P1A1 acting in the P1A1 resolved in the y direction. What is its value? P1A1 in the y direction. P1A1 is a force due to force exerted by the pressure, intensity of pressure. Now, if I want force exerted, the net force acting in the y direction, I want to equate it to net momentum in the y direction. That means rho q into v2. Suppose you assume that v2 resolved in the y direction, positive y direction, minus v1 resolved in positive in the y direction. So here you better write these equations rather than listening to the equation. See what I am telling you here. He has written the formula, directly. Instead, you get this formula on your own and write. For example, he has written like this. P1, instead we can write like this. The net force acting in the y direction is P1A1 in the y direction, which is 0, because P1A1 is a force acting in the x direction. But when you resolve in the y direction, it will become P1A1 cos 90, which will be 0, and plus P2A2 in the y direction, it has been written, but P2A2 is, for example, if it is resolved in the y direction, then it can be resolved either using 45 degrees as angle, or 45 degrees as angle. 90, there is, it is making an angle 45 degrees vertical. P2 is making an angle 45 degrees vertical. So P2A2 in the y direction is minus P2A2 either cos part or sin part. You can write. It is negative because it will be acting in the negative next direction. But see how the equation is written. Generalized equation is written. It is written p plus p2 e2 y in the y direction. But when substituted, it has become a negative. Uh, that is minus p2 e2 sin part. So in that way, okay, you generalize first p1 a1 in the y direction plus p2 a2 in the y direction, for example, and equate to the change of momentum in y direction, rho q into v2 in the y direction minus v1 in the y direction. What is v1 in the y direction? The velocity of entering velocity when resolved in the y direction. What is its value? V1 is it is flowing in the pipeline, and it is in the positive x direction. When it is resolved in the y direction, so it would be V1 cos 90, which is 0. So 0. And see, some flow is leaving the pipe. And if you write, for example, this V2 value in the positive y direction, it would be V2, either cos 45 or sin 45. Cos 45, you can write. That is V2 cos 45. Acting in the leaving in the positive y direction. So V2 cos 45 minus 0. So ultimately you will get the equation for Fy the same. But you have to substitute. Otherwise, with substitution itself, you can write the formula for Fy. And it is found out resultant force Fr is equal to square root Fx square plus Fy square. And the direction of resultant force is given by tan theta Fy by Fx. And in that way, the direction of acting of the resultant force, at what direction the resultant force is acting, and what are Fx and F can find. Now you should get some doubts, and you raise the doubts. See, the forces exerted on bends is an important and easy also. Easy in the sense it is simple mathematical logic. Using simple mathematical logic, we write the equations, but don't resort to read the equations as they are given in the material of any type, either textbook or printed, whatever the material is. Instead, what I'm telling you is to write the equations on your own, how sigma fx is equal to, or the net force acting in the x direction is equal to rate of change of momentum in the x direction. And similarly, the net force acting in the positive y direction equal to the rate of change of momentum in the y direction. So in that way, by writing that fundamental equation, you can establish these generalized equations or the equations and solve the numericals, solve the force values in the x and y directions. And then, of course, resultant force, and then the direction of resultant force, etc. You should have some doubt. You should raise some doubts. Understood? All of you have understood this, or anybody has understood? Those who understood, they must raise some doubts, or at least if you understand and could not raise any doubt, it's not a problem. Okay. In this way, so what are the fundamental? See, where did you since when have you started the formula tan theta equal to Fi by Fx? This fundamental equation has been uh, learned by us, has been uh, followed by us since our preliminary studies, maybe uh, substandard 8th or 9th standard studies. We know tan theta equal to Fy by Fx, or by drawing a figure, the direction of resultant force Fr and horizontal force Fx and vertical force Fy. You can write tan theta equal to Fy by Fx. So in that way, you can visualize the direction of the resultant force. Okay, we will discuss later.